Hello and welcome! My name is Luigi from BlueStacks, and it's been a while since the last time I spoke about the Battle Royale Free Fire. A lot has changed since, regarding both the game itself and also at our end on how to use BlueStacks with all its features. The developers have improved in many aspects that were previously lacking, such as graphics and overpowered rifles, and the game grows more and more on popularity each day, as one of the most played mobile games ever. So we figure we'll come up with this ultimate guide on how to play Free Fire like a pro. But first of all, make sure you're using the latest version of BlueStacks, which is gonna be, well, this number on the screen right here, which I won't try to read because, you know, or of course, any version higher than that. Another thing you might consider is to delete any old key mapping configuration, since most features and optimizations I'm about to explain won't work with that. And finally, before starting, if you experience any problem with your mouse, try changing the mouse sensitivity here from 0.2 to 0.5. For me, that wasn't necessary, but it might be different for you, who knows. So, if you want to have a shot against the most hardcore player, well, in that case, grab your weapons and let's jump right in. If you want to show up on the leaderboard or even participate of one of those tournaments, you should seriously consider playing Free Fire on a PC with BlueStacks. There are multiple reasons why you want to do that. And the first one is the key mapping tool. Using this will give you a unique advantage when playing Free Fire, since you'll be able to use a keyboard and mouse. In practically every round I've played, I've managed to get at least 10 kills. And even take some chicken dinner home. You are shooting with the accuracy that only a mouse is able to provide. And that's all thanks to the key mapping tool that allows you to map all the actions and controls to your keyboard and mouse. And the best part, it's already set up and ready to go. So you don't even need to do anything. Just start the game and score some headshots. The in-game graphics has come a long way since the very beginning. But to appreciate them to their fullest, first we need to do some tweaking. To increase visibility of objects and people that are both far and close, you'll need to amp up the graphic settings required to process the game's texture. To do this, go to Settings and then Engine. Here, you want to make sure that at least 4 CPU cores and 4 GB of RAM are assigned to the emulator. This will give you plenty of power, so BlueStacks can do what it does best: render the game as beautifully and optimized as possible. Next up, set up the resolution to the same resolution of your screen. The higher it is, the better. And generally speaking, most monitors nowadays are Full HD, but that might be different for you. So make sure to check exactly on your Windows resolution settings. And another thing that's very important that we need to change is the in-game graphics. I've set it up to ultra, high FPS and no shadows to get the best detail possible in every single frame. This will give you the advantage of positional knowledge you can use to flank your opponents or take them by surprise. Much like any shooter, mastering Free Fire, it's all about how well you can aim as well as how good your reflexes are. But for me, there's one thing that I consider very important for practically every shooting game. To further increase your accuracy, you want to disable any mouse acceleration from your operating system, because if you are trying to aim precisely, this can be a total nightmare. So to fix that, we head over to the control panel under mouse and select pointer option from the top menu. Here, make sure to disable pointer precision, and now you can aim like a pro. It turns out this Windows feature, it's not that precise. Go figure. Okay, but now that we got this out of the way, there's one more thing we need to do. Otherwise, all those changes we made to make the mouse more precise will be in vain. I'm talking about the full control aim that can be activated in-game. This will give you a better feel on how it feels to aim in Free Fire. Many players opt out for aim assistance, and it surely helps with body shots. But honestly, I prefer to aim for the head to secure those kills quickly and painless. And the only way I can do that is with the full control aim. Anyway, while we are here, also change the vehicle control to one-handed. This will basically ensure that you'll be able to use the WASD keys to drive around. And finally, hit the auto pickup option for everything except camouflage. This will ensure you can loot as fast as possible, without having to take your eyes off your surroundings. And another thing you might consider in the future is getting a gaming mouse. And it doesn't even need to be those fancy mouses with a lot of features and a lot of buttons. You know, just the option to change the GPI is pretty much what you need. This one is quite self-explanatory. I've lost count on how many times I've managed to secure a kill thanks to listening carefully where the enemies were. So don't be afraid to put on a headset and listen to the game. If anybody's shooting or driving a vehicle, you'll most certainly hear them before you can see where they are. This will help you have a better understanding or where you need to be to have the upper hand against your foes. And you also might consider turning off the music volume right here on options, simply because you don't want to get distracted when hearing your opponent's footsteps coming your way. Now pay closer attention because that's a big one. Make sure to use the shooting mode wherever you have an engagement. So instead of having to click your pointer in various locations and drag to move your view, you can just enter the shooting mode and move the mouse as you need. So to activate it, just press F1, which is the default button, or you can change to whatever you like. This will make BlueStacks behave like you're playing a regular first-person shooter from PC, just like CSGO, Overwatch, and so forth. It will lock your mouse on the BlueStacks application and follow your aim wherever you point your mouse. To see through the weapon sight, hold the right button, and to shoot, just press the left button on your mouse. You know, just like any other shooter game out there. With this, you can kill most people before they even get a chance to figure out what's happening. As you can see, there are a lot of things you can do to improve your gaming experience while playing Free Fire on BlueStacks. Every single step of this video will help you get one step closer to the famous Booyah. And just try to avoid me on the battlefield and you might stand a chance. Just kidding. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the battlefield. Bye bye!